Hi, everybody. My name is Sabrina, and I am the PAC chair for Network 13. And I have been on peritoneal dialysis for, it'll be 10 years in September. What I wanted to talk to you today about was the steps I've taken so far with vocational rehab. Um, what prompted this was, uh, I guess it initially started when I was diagnosed with um, kidney failure and found out I had to go on dialysis. I was a salary employee, and my boss decided because of my dialysis that I should be on hourly employment. So after that, I was already kind of devastated that I had to get on dialysis. So I just decided at that point that I was just going to stop working. That was a bad decision, I think. But I guess with everything going on, I was kind of devastated and all. I just thought it was best at that time to just quit my job and just rely on disability. But here I am 10 years later, and was at one of our initial PAC meeting of the year, and I found out about Voc Rehab and how they can help you with education and training or employment. So after the meeting, I did Google Voc Rehab, my local office. I called them, and they took pertinent information like my name, my address, my phone number, what I wanted training for, and what my disability was. And based on that information, I qualified for their program. So the next step was orientation, and they send you a notice in the mail for that. And I attended the orientation, which is about 20 minutes. I don't know, all areas may not be the same, but it was about 20 minutes, and they explained the program to you. And at that time, I received a packet, and in that packet, it had all the information I needed to meet with a counselor, which they appointed to me and scheduled me to meet with my counselor. I think it was like April 10th. And in this packet, it has what you need to bring to the appointment, like your Social Security card, ID. And I got to tell you in advance, I mean, it's very important to get that Social Security award letter. They don't want the one that's online. They don't want that printed one. They want it from the Social Security office. So you need to get that as soon as you can if you're considering, applying for the program. And they're going to want a list of all the doctors who has diagnosed you or had anything to do with your disability. They're going to want that. They're going to want a list of doctors, hospitals, all of that stuff. And if you're considering education, they're going to want a copy of your diplomas or any degrees that you have. I went to my appointment on the 4th, and I met with my counselor. And I like to be prepared, so I had already ordered my medical records. And if you can do that, you can do that as well. I just printed a simple authorization off. I Googled it and just printed it out and filled it out and sent it to my providers. And I just told them I wanted a copy of my history and physical, and anything related to my diagnosis, but mostly the history and physical because that has your diagnosis directly on it. And I got all the information together, and I already had everything, just about everything except for the award letter. Like I said, that's really important to try to get that from the SSA office because I had the one that printed offline, and they did not want that. And they tell you it takes about 90 days to process it, and my follow-up appointment after they processed my application, it was on June 4th. So I did go to my follow-up appointment and met with my counselor, and at that time she advised me that I was a tier 3, I think. I'm not sure exactly what that means just yet, but I think it means it's the level of help that you're going to need for employment. And they gave me a list of employers that were eligible for the program that they work with, that are on their program, that they know they can get you hired with. And you're appointed a job specialist. And I have a job specialist. I haven't met with that person yet, but this job specialist is to help you do your resume, get you in the door. They kind of sell you to an employer, to help you get the job, and then you just you go from, they help you with your resume, and then I guess they help you look for jobs. You have the alternative to look for your own employment and just let them know where it is. But the job specialists, they have jobs, employers. They work with employers that help those that are in the Voc Rehab program, and these employers allow the job specialist to come on site, to check on the employee, to see how they're doing, to see if they need any help, how they can assist them to adjust. Um, and if you don't really adjust well to the job, they will allow you to, try something else. And speaking of something else, they do have Ticket to Work. And speaking of Ticket to Work, I'm going to check my notes right quick. They have a webinar coming up if you want to get some information on that. And the upcoming seminar on Ticket to Work is on, I want to say did I write down the date? I didn't write down the date. But here, you just go, you can find out. Here's the website. The website is choose, choosework, choosework.ssa.gov /wise, WISE. That's choosework.ssa.gov /wise. And they also, if you don't have access to the internet, you can also call at 866-968-7842. But like I said, just it's Ticket to Work, and there's an upcoming seminar that you have to register for. So you need to call that number or just go online and do it. I'm sorry, I thought I wrote the date down, but apparently I did not. So, but so far that's what I've done so far with Voc Rehab, and right now I'm at the step where they think I just need a little help. So I just right now working on my resume, and then I'll take it to my job specialist when I'm scheduled to meet with that person, and they'll review my resume, and then I guess my next step would be they'll practice job interview and work on my interview skills, because I haven't been in it in like a very long time. So I'm sure things have changed. So that's just my journey so far. And I just want to leave you this little nugget. My granddaughter says, just because you wear glasses doesn't mean you're smart. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. And I will be back with updates. Ciao.